I'm Margaret from Just Needs Paint, and I've been running a whole lot of experiments while taking the old paint and repainting this fiberglass door. The one I wanted to share with you today is I've stripped off all of the old flaking off paint, and often you'll hear use a putty knife set. You can see here this putty knife set, it'll focus. Well, it does have a fine edge to begin with. After a few really good jabs, it starts dulling over time. So the experiment I wanted to see is what happens when you use this kind of a blade. There's nothing about those micro cracks that just sit there and they laugh at you, and you can't get them with one of these knives. It's really hard to pop those cracks, whereas with one of these, it doesn't take a whole lot, and you're slicing through, taking off a huge chunk of paint. It's fantastic. Now, full disclosure, I don't have a lot to lose with this door. If I have to, I'm going to just go ahead and replace it. I take full responsibility for replacing this door if I destroy it. And you have to know enough to know that if you're willing to try this out for yourself, you might have to do the same. Let's see what we're up against here. Just the daily wear and tear, the old paint there, that's just taken a beating from the sun. It'll come right off with a blade, so this is going to be some very satisfying and addicting scrape work right there. It's just really easy to come off with how much it's baked. Instead of going up to scrape the paint off on some of these smaller places, let's see if you can see here, I'm going down gently, and it's got a pretty good success rate peeling the paint off. And that's a lot easier than using a putty knife, but it's not like you're supposed to be digging into it. Just use this knife gently the right way, and then it'll pop off, and you're not going to damage your door any more than you would with a plastic knife. So you can see here, just gently, gently, ever so gently. You're not forcing the knife up into the door. You're just not so subtly suggesting the paint just pop its way off for you. So you can see there too. We're not jamming it in. We're just popping the paint off very gently. Here's the progress we have so far after scraping. You can just see how much the sun has baked it, and so it was just peeling right off. It's pretty bad up top there, but it'll be a lot easier to clean the old paint off now.